After shooting with the GR III for about a year now, I think the GR III is definitely the most fun camera that I've ever used. I go as far as to say that it feels like shooting something like a Contax T2 or a Contax T3. It's just so small and light that you can just shove it in your pocket and forget about it when you're not using it. I've always loved shooting film, and I'd encourage everybody to do so. And the reasons are not just for the aesthetic, but also for the mindset and the habits that it kind of helps create. I shot film for many years, and I love the process of shooting, developing and printing, and especially having control over these three things really gives you the maximum control over the image. There's really nothing like taking an image from the camera all the way down to the print and then scanning it in. Saying that, unfortunately now with the rising prices of film, chems and paper prices, not to mention the fact that I don't even have a darkroom anymore, recently for me I found myself less and less motivated to go out and shoot. And I'm sure there are many people that feel the same way as I do, and it's kind of an unfortunate reality that slowly crept up on us, that we either don't have enough time or it's just too expensive. Now don't let this put you off shooting film, but for me personally, I've just decided that I need to simplify things. I need to get sort of more minimalistic with it. So about a year ago, I finally decided to try digital photography again, and I made a conscious choice to sort of buy my GR3, but then use it as if it was a film camera. I stick in the same ISO, I dial in the black and white look in camera, and I'd sort of make it a target to only end up with about 36 images. I'd shoot it literally as if it had a roll of film in it. The last thing I wanted was the dread of getting home and having to make hundreds of selections. So after shooting, what I do is take a quick look at the images on my computer, and then I put them in their own folder, a to be processed folder. I'd sit on them for a while, for about a week, until I had a fresh eye, and sort of let them simmer. Even that felt like, after developing a negative, when you put it in the archival sleeve, that you just sort of leave it there for a week or so before you start printing, just so you can get a fresh eye on it and really make the right selections. So after a few days of shooting had piled up, I'd make selections and I'd move them into a different folder called the development folder. And in here, these were basically the images that I was going to do post-processing on, or I guess the way I was looking at it, the images that I was going to print digitally. So for the post-processing itself, I just settled on sort of taking down the sharpness again and reducing the highlights to create a look that sort of matched the prints that I used to do on film. And finally, I'd run them through a grain simulator, and to be honest, the look wasn't film, but it was close enough for me to be happy. The result was very simple and the process was very enjoyable, and paired with the fun of using the GR3 and the simplicity of the post-processing that I'd set up, it really helped fill that void that I'd had of not shooting film anymore. When buying cameras, people sometimes get caught up with specs and the next best thing. I know I definitely have, but I've come to realise that the most important thing is how fun the camera is to shoot. And for some people, obviously, that's going to be a Leica loaded up with Tri-X. But for me, it's something light and small that I can take everywhere and that I just know that I'm going to have with me. The GR3 has definitely rekindled my love for photography, and it's all down to the fact that it's fun to use and has a look that I enjoy. Whether you're shooting film or digital, the main thing is that you enjoy photography and the people you meet through it. And I hope this video is helpful to some people. I hope it can inspire some people. Maybe some people have given up on shooting film, and hopefully this video can help it inspires some people to maybe pick the camera up again and start shooting. And that's all I got. So thanks, bye.